brought to you by Jam TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Fine Line Show. As usual, I am your host Golda Jam, and hosting alongside with me is Mccoy, the Wild Ass producer.
Thank you very much, Golda J. And for today's episode of The Fine Line, we shall be talking about the boundaries of spirituality. Here we shall dive into the limits and parameters that defines what is considered spiritual or not. So I'll let Golda J to introduce our guests to us who will be joining us to give us their perspectives and knowledge when it comes to this particular topic. So Golda J.
Yes, I'm just going to get right to it. Sitting on my right is Mallick, and he's a very prominent social media influencer who is very articulate and does not fear giving his opinions, no matter what it is.
Thank you.
And to Makoy's left is Divine Maika. He has a degree in journalism and mass communication and an MSc in conflict resolution.
Welcome to the show. Mr. Maika.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
How do you feel today?
I'm okay. I'm good.
I mean, it's really, I'm so happy for you to be gracing our set because I'm hearing a lot of portfolios. I'm like, I can't wait to hear what's going to come up in your mind.
Yeah.
So I would like to hear a little bit from Mallick. Mallick, how are you doing?
Very good, sir.
All right. So are you ready for us to get going with the conversation?
I was always born ready.
All right. So let's just dive straight into the first thing I'll be asking you. We are talking about boundaries of spirituality.
Yeah.
I would like to understand. What do you understand? What do you? How can you explain to us what you understand by spirituality? Yeah.
From my knowledge, what I know about spirituality is the fact that we know there's a human realm, and we also know there's a different realm from this. There's a spiritual realm, where we have discovered that we as Africans, we know that we can harness the power from the spiritual realm and help ourselves in the physical realm. So for me, spirituality is the act of you being able to harness energy or assistance or guidance from the spiritual realm to the physical realm. Some people use it to do good, some people use it to do bad. Patience Ozoko, who I've seen.
Movies.
So yeah, movies. But I'm saying, Bakosi people.
Wow. Specific.
So yeah, So that's how I define spirituality. The fact of how we can harness the spiritual realm. Because obviously we all know there's more than one realm to this earth.
Wow. I would like Mr. Maika. Sorry, I always add the Mr. disrespect. Maika to tell us. Yeah. What do you understand by spirituality?
First of all, spirituality it's a broad word. When you talk about spirituality, that means it goes beyond human experience. When you bring up that topic each time, when Golda actually talked about this, I was very happy because this is something that children nowadays they grow without actually even knowing what spirituality is all about.
Yeah.
It is an experience that our forefathers they had their beliefs, and these actually harnessed and brought a lot of unity in the African community. I think spirituality is something that Africans have lost a lot.
So thank you for that. If you want to say this to somebody, to the most simplified way, to a little baby.
To a little baby.
Please rephrase again.
Okay,
please.
I will just tell the baby that
Yes.
spirituality is something. Is the belief that there is something greater than what you see.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Wow, that's simply put. Okay, so I have a question pertaining to that, right? So can material wealth and spirituality coexist, Mallick? Please
Yes,
tell us.
we've seen material. We see it every day. Material wealth and spirituality can coexist. Now it depends on what you're trying to say. Because for me, what I believe is I don't think many rich people they actually enter all these cults and blood money stuff. I don't really think that's how it works.
Okay.
Some do. That's not lie. But I think what they do is you actually work for your money and then you have to insure yourself. What they do is I think they do insurance where you cannot harm them spiritually and some kind of things cannot happen physically.
What kind of insurance, please?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
curious. I would like to reiterate
Yes,
something.
we'll come back to
yes,
you.
yes.
Mallick actually says that this cult, I want people to know that spirituality is not about witchcraft.
Thank you.
It is not. Because you talked about cultism already. That is a different kind of spirituality, but spirituality
broad as it is not about witchcraft. You know, spirituality comes with meditation, self-belief, like growth. You understand? It's a very big word that you cannot only like
just assimilate
to call to
like,
no.
because
I
of
don't
what-
agree with that.
And I think I blame Nigerian films for that. Because yeah, it's true. All of us who grew up, blood money,
Oh my
dog
God, I cannot
money.
sleep sometimes.
Like I'm serious. I made mention of Patience. The first person I could think of was
Patience
Patience Ozoko.
Ozoko. I was
You get what
scared
I'm
of her.
saying? Nigerian films have helped spoil Africans' mentality of what
Spirituality
what
is
our
actually.
it's our right.
Okay.
Now the truth that it's our right. Let's be honest. Because I will not work hard for my money, right? And my brother, who let's say is jealous, or my neighbor who let's say is jealous, because he has a level, he has like the spiritual deities. And because he's just jealous, he goes and hits a spiritual deity. And I'm there tomorrow, and my kids are suffering, and he sees all of my land. Why? Sees my money. Why? The world is evil. If you can back yourself up spiritually, what I'm saying is work for your money, cool, but always be ready to back yourself up spiritually.
Don't be vulnerable. Don't
Yeah,
be
there's no
left
white man
vulnerable.
that is coming to save you. There's no white man in cross or put in that is coming to save you. Nah, sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
There's not that guy does not come and help you. That guy has never helped us in Africa here. We're suffering every day. We're dying every day. Evil politicians, evil rulers. Why is that white guy not
Okay,
helping us?
before we go too far into spirituality, I want to take us a little bit back, but still on spirituality. What I understood from what Maika said was spirituality. When I asked him to explain it to a little baby, he said is believing that it's a superior being,
Exactly.
right? And then I caught something from what Mallick said. Mallick said something about is it like looking up to the spiritual being to control to
Yeah,
Please.
harnessing the spiritual powers. Harnessing spiritual powers.
harnessing how like you can break it
Okay,
down a bit.
can I got you an example? I
Yes,
grew up
please.
in Boya. I'm very fond with the Makoy people of Bonduma. I think I'm pretty much adopted there. You see, I don't want to call anybody's names here, but I have friends,
Yeah.
elder friends, who when it's time to do Malay, you know the things they do at Malay. They plant Malay is the
Malay is
traditional
okay,
dance.
like some
Okay.
All they
traditional
do is
practices.
they can plant a plantain here. It's at 2 minutes. And the funny part I say, when I see the plantain they grow.
Yeah.
Like as they plant the plantain, something must distract all man for that place except maybe chief and
You want turn, you don't
when I want to turn plantain, don't
Have you
start.
witnessed it yourself?
I've
We have been
witnessed
told.
it 100%. I've seen it
Alright,
at
that's
Goba.
beautiful.
I've seen it at Bonduma.
Wow.
Now is that tradition or that spirituality? I
That
don't
is
understand.
what
Was
you
tradition
understand.
spirituality?
Tradition now comes with spirituality because in order for you to attain those powers, you need to go to where the higher
superior
powers.
being. So
for them
tradition
to
is
help you.
subset
Yes,
of
tradition is a
spirituality.
type of
Exactly.
spirituality.
I believe like tradition is like just one part of spirituality. Because even religion, of course, religion equally is a subset of spirituality.
I have to say something to that because when he gave his point the first time, he finished that point by saying that there's no he doesn't believe, rather it's his personal opinion and belief, he doesn't believe that there is a guy on the cross who is going to come and save you. So when you get your money, because there are so many wicked people in the world that can go and harness that spiritual powers and use it for back against you, you have to also go and harness yours that you use to cover yourself.
And your
So
family.
he doesn't believe that you should sit and wait on the guy that is on the cross to come and
cross.
save you because he has
Facts.
never done anything
And that's
for us,
facts.
right? But
But-
he just said here that religion is a subset of spirituality, and while he was saying it, you were in so much agreement.
Yeah.
So what is your actual opinion?
Now the truth is, what do you call religion? Is what you think. We have our own religion as Africans. The Egyptians, they worship Osiris and Nobles. All those people, like you're Northwesterner, you must have some of your gods that you pay your own religion to.
Yeah,
Or our
yeah,
parents
yeah.
did.
Religion, you get what I'm saying?
Religion.
Religion does not technically mean Christianity, Muslims, Buddhism.
Yeah,
That's
that's different types of
Africans
religion.
had religion. And religions were not even as tense as it is now. Now you have to go to church. Wednesday, you are going for prayer
Because
service.
they call it the
You are going for
African
choir.
religion. They don't have anything like Christianity. What was
Nah,
it? It's just African religion.
I think we'll just call it African religion because we've lost it throughout history. Let's be honest, we've lost it.
Yes.
We've lost our religion. We've
Well,
lost
I always
our
have to say
culture.
African religion, but not specific.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I think each, like the Bakri people, I think for their dance is called Malay. Oroko people, I forgot how they used to, because my mom's part Oroko, I forgot how they used to call that their own. I forgot it. It is Ngando, something like that.
Okay.
So they have individual names that they call, you understand? They have individual names that they call. But what is there is that it is a religion. Because the Bakri people, we know about a Pasamoto in the mountain. where they from time to time, even when you want to run mountain race, you cannot go. You see that mountain race, you see that mountain. You cannot touch that summit if they have not done the necessary sacrifice.
Serious?
Oh, really?
When you say sacrifices, what do you mean actually?
They have the Bakri chiefs.
If you're talking about sacrifices,
they
you
have
must
things
know
they want
something
before they-
No,
specific.
it's tradition.
What's
It's
sacrifice?
tradition. He's talking
So,
about.
I'm not saying
if the
sacrifice as killing.
in Nigerian film is killing
That's what
a
it's
human
not
being.
sacrifice.
No,
was like
you
giving up
know,
something.
yeah.
That's how we historically
You know,
know. It's so
no, you
specified.
see,
Let
that's
me not know that it's a
sacrifice.
human
It's
being
not
that God has
about-
You
sacrificed
understand?
on
Sacrifice
the
on
mountain.
even in like you're a Christian, right?
I'm very godly.
Even in the Bible, they offered sacrifice that were not human sacrifices.
Yeah.
Aha.
But-
Okay, like,
but-
So
but-
why
things-
should ours be human sacrifices?
No, when you
Okay.
say it
No,
like
she
that,
asked
the
which
one that
type
we're
of
used to
sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying.
is
Okay,
the one
this-
we've been exposed
okay.
to physically
Okay,
is
let
the
me give you a
human
simple
own.
example. When my elder sister died here, and we are
Yeah.
during the midst of the crisis, we couldn't take her to the village.
Yeah.
So what to pray her here? There are things you have to do in order for
Yeah.
somebody who is not of the soil
soil
to be buried in the soil.
I've
It
heard
did
that.
not require any human killing. You had whiskey, you had to give that. They will go to go appease their gods. They can drink, maybe they drink and they spit there. They slaughter a fowl, a chicken, slaughter a lizard, something, just one or two to appease. They sing. The youth have to be in agreement and to tell the gods that we, the youth, we, the children of this blood, have accepted that this person be buried here.
Okay, now we are speaking a lot about the spirituality, and before I want us to dive to those boundaries, because there's a lot of things that people consider spiritual out there, and I'm sure it's
Yeah.
misconception.
Very-
I really want to understand, and I'm sure that people out there who want to really understand,
Yeah.
and I would like Mr. Maika to answer them.
Yeah.
Move on to you. First of all, can I ask you, are you a spiritual person?
First of all.
Yes,
You're a spiritual person.
yes,
Were you spiritual since when you were born?
yes. I was born into spirituality.
Spirituality.
Exactly, because I was born into a very religious home.
Okay.
You know, my both parents are Catholics, so you know, only like growing up in prayer, you know, and your parents like cushioning you, giving you like always in prayer and stuff like that. You know, you just get to meditate yourself on everything you hear about spirituality, and also I can say I'm a religious person and I'm a spiritual person.
Is it by
I'm trying
choice?
to understand. Okay, yeah. Is
it by
Exactly.
choice? Is it
I was
by
born.
choice or
I
is
was.
it
I was
by-
born into it.
By
Yes, I was born into
heritage?
it
Yes.
because you know, if we were born in the 1800s, where our parents maybe practiced the African, you know, traditions,
Culture.
of the culture, maybe of moving without clothes and stuff like that. With all of us would. If we were born during that era, then we will not wear all these fancy dresses we are wearing. So, so I was, you know, I was born into that. I was born into that. So I did not choose maybe
say
to
what
be
you
a
can-
Catholic or whatsoever.
When you-
Yeah,
I was born
or,
into that.
or even to be religious, because if you were born to parents who were maybe Muslims, you would have been
Yeah,
Muslim.
or
That's what
pagans.
I
So you
always
say,
Exactly.
so you're saying, you're basically saying that your decision today, because you said you're a
spiritual
spiritual
today.
person. Yes. So you're saying that basically, and I asked you if it was a choice or not. You said from what you're saying is that
No,
it's heavily
wait,
influenced
it was
by
not by
the
choice
environment you were
when I
born
was a
into.
kid.
Yes, but
Yeah,
right
but
now,
when you,
I'm
when I
asking
grew up,
right now.
Yes.
you know, when you're born,
Yeah.
you're still a child.
Yes.
You just do what you're told to do.
Yes.
So now I'm an adult.
Yeah.
So I make my choices. So I decided
So you could switch or you stay.
yeah, and I
you could
decided to
become
stay
atheist
to stay.
because
Why?
I believe in this in the concepts, because I've lived my life based on these principles I've learned, and it has always like things have things have always moved well for me
Yeah.
with all these beliefs.
I'm getting a little confused here, and I want you to like tell us, because when I'm asking him if he's spiritual, he said yes, he's spiritual. But in the explanation, he spoke about being religious, and I think you guys have told me religion is like a subset of spirituality.
Yeah, he
But now,
he made
or
mention of
maybe let him clarify himself.
Being religious is a subset of spirituality. Spirituality is the whole, you know,
So why
the
you say you are
whole.
religious? Why you say you are
No,
spiritual?
because
What is the extra
because
thing
when
that
you're
makes it spiritual?
religious, you definitely practice a spiritual, like meditation.
Okay.
You meditate. You understand? You go to church. You have there are certain things you learn that are already there. You understand? You think above human, like the physical.
Yes.
Because if I'm religious, if I'm Catholic, then I believe in God. I believe there's a being that is
confession of
yes.
faith,
I
yes,
believe that there's a creature, or there is something that actually causes us to be alive and causes us to be here. You understand? So religion is a subset of spirituality. So definitely I'm spiritual. Exactly.
Malik is in
First,
denial
my
of so many
first
things. He has a lot to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
Tell
yeah.
us.
Perspective.
My first
No, it's
problem,
not.
Refused it in
my
the best.
first
Yes.
problem, I
Yes,
say
tell
when I
us.
say Africa, they be the worker with that clothes.
Tell
Oh,
me,
yes, that's
tell me
where
what
he-
you think otherwise or
That's
contrary to
impossible and improbable because if you even go back to old texts, you see African women. Sure, maybe they were new. That's why I think even the Western civilization has killed us. Because think about it. Before African women could walk nude and men will not get hard, men will not have the desire
Because
to
of sex.
sexually
I think South Africans still practice it
They
now.
still practice it
in
today.
some
You understand?
culture.
In
areas
some
of
culture
their-
area, but now if
yeah.
you think about it keenly, African men were more controlled and tamed at the time. Now you've come with the
Okay.
fancy dressing and you've come with peer pressure and saying if you don't wear Louis Vuitton, you're not living a good life.
You will not get it.
If you don't wear a Gucci, you're not living a good life. If you don't like, why all that pressure? So is that what comes with the new stuff? I would like to go back to the old ways. One,
Okay, so are you saying that our parents were
the truth is,
dressing that
think
age?
about it. Parents in those days lived 100 and something more plus going
Yeah,
on.
longer.
Now let's come to present day. Why in the most
Why
depressed
depressed?
time?
So you're saying they were more spiritual then
Bro, they
in
were more
general than
spiritual
today?
in general than today.
Okay, I get
Why
Why do you think so?
Why do you think so? Why I think so? It's because
We'll
now
come to you.
think
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
the question.
Now let's think about it. You listen to the stories some of our parents had. We can all accept that we've seen devils, we've seen these things come out. You understand? In the past, people could incantate them. People had the secrets. Like even in Taekwondo, I play footballer.
Yes.
We have times where when they're doing that practice that they pay people to hold rain and they hold.
Okay, your cleanness with your eyes.
My brother,
Nice.
c'est pas le hon, c'est pas le pépé.
Yeah, sorry,
I-
not to cut you short. When I asked him that question of does he think people of the old were more spiritual than today, I would like to answer and then tell us maybe what you think is the reason if there's a difference.
You know, people before, I would like to say this, before our parents had their traditions that they
Yeah.
respected and they followed it to the line. Nowadays, people are exposed to new cultures. Social media has just made the world to be like a global village. Before our parents were not open to the world. They were very limited. They had
With the
little knowledge
internet
about other
and
things.
everything,
So you only knew what you were born into. Okay, our parents they grow up with these incantations and stuff, and that is what they practice. Now, with the coming of social media and all that, people are more aware of other cultures, of other traditions. That means they have more opportunities to choose. Variety is actually
spiritual now instead, right? Why they
things.
less?
The
We have
thing you
more
cannot
variety.
when you have a variety, you understand. That means you can choose.
There's the problem of choosing.
There's the problem of choice. Our parents did not have that problem of choice. They were born into it.
Yes.
So they did not have any choice.
Any other
They
choice?
just followed it. Like I said, I was born into a Christian home. I grew up a Christian.
Okay,
I did not have a choice when I was a
But can
kid
I
to
say
be that.
something concerning that point?
Yeah. please
The
tell
truth
us.
of the matter is, if we think about it, now we've been exposed to everything, right? You can sit in your house now and study Buddhism.
Yeah.
You can sit in your house and
Yes, just with
study
the internet,
Hindu.
Christian science.
You can sit in your house and study anything, but there's one question that we Africans fail to ask ourselves every blessed day. I'm on
What's
camera,
that?
Mm.
I'm not going to curse.
Tell us. Feel free.
Will it work for you?
Will what work for you?
Work to do what?
With the spirituality of
Where's the journey of spirituality?
He has said that his spirituality has been working for him.
him.
Exactly.
Listen to something.
Yeah,
Let
and
me-
you have
how?
been saying yours have been working
Yes,
for you.
yes, I want to
You're seeing
how.
it happen.
Good. I want to explain,
Yes,
something
I just wanted
to
to
us
clarify
Africans
that.
that we fail to understand.
Yeah,
If you have a kid, right? Let me just use an example. If you have a child, right?
yeah.
And let's just say your child gets corrupted. You know how these mothers are with their children. You know how mothers are with their children. A child can get corrupted, the mother will still support the child and keep the child everything till hoping the child will change. And I think that's what Africans, the gods who rule Africa, that's what they do with us. They help us not because we worship them again, but because they are of our blood and of our
There are
skin.
ancestors and all.
They are our ancestors. Do they'll help you. No matter if you worship a different person's covenant, they'll help you. But that doesn't
it's like grace
Yes,
to every
it's like-
African.
that's what I'm saying.
Son of the
It
soil.
works to a lot. As the time I switched from Christianity was the day I sat and I asked myself a series of questions. When I asked a pastor told me not to be asking that type of questions. And when I asked people in church, I was a very good member in church. My mom can tell you. I used to query spiritual madams. No, the Bible said like this. The Bible. But there was a time I was like, hold on a minute. Wait, Cain kills Abel.
Yeah.
God gives him the mark of Cain. And he goes and gets married in a city. Wait a minute. Who created those people?
I'm telling you, I question
Something
the
is
Bible.
open.
What's happening here?
You know,
You understand?
Let me
because the thing is,
Let
you
him
said
land.
something like, you know,
Yes.
you will not live your life based on what somebody does. You understand? Pastors, they are normally, the Bible says no, you should not talk about like men of God like that. Because yes, but the first thing is, I will not steal
It's true.
That's the one
because
that
I
affects
have
me.
a friend who steals.
Yeah, true. Facts.
I will not steal because maybe I have a parent that is a thief.
Facts.
No, still, it does not make stealing a good thing.
Facts.
That means if you see somebody doing something wrong, you
shouldn't do.
You have your own. You learned it. Why do what somebody does?
No, but
why should you
that's
do
not what I
what?
said. What I was saying is I was so into it that I would go on extra studies on the Bible to learn more. And I'll come and I'm like, oh, my madam taught me wrong. And I'll come and challenge her. That's what I did. But when the more I went into the Bible, the more I saw it was shallower than going deeper.
So why did you switch?
So why I switched was because I sat down and I asked myself some series of questions.
Yeah.
Why has Jesus Christ not helped Africa? Think about it. We have the highest number of churches.
Yeah.
We have the highest number of pastors. But yet, we have the highest poverty rate,
On that
highest
level.
suffering. White people who supposedly brought us Christianity to help us still come and kill us. And when you study history and go beyond what the colonial masters give you as books to read, I thank Bate George, I thank Eno Botela for this, because they teach you history. They don't just teach you what the syllabus tells, they teach you actual history. And they tell you, and they say the white man told you that he came here with missionaries, and that they came with missionaries, the missionaries then enslaved people. How will you come with a church and you come and take people for slaves, you beat them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday tell them God loves them?
When you said Jesus, did you just say Jesus has not helped Africa?
Never.
Now it raises questions marks in my head. Question marks. Which kind of
marks.
question marks? You spoke about riches. That's the only thing you mentioned.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me that like financial and even financial prosperity is the only parameter you will use to judge if Jesus has helped Africa?
Yes.
Like there are not other aspects in that apart from financial. Because I remember when the world was normally created, riches were not even created. Like
Yes.
everything was
Riches has always
was for
been-
everybody.
No,
So
look at something.
if let's say Africa is still poor, it's a fact, right?
Africa is not
still
poor. We are very rich.
No, that's what
We are very
no.
rich.
We are very
I
rich
mean
in
financial. I mean,
particular.
In particular.
I mean,
What-
in
what
terms
are
of
we
the
rich
world,
in?
what you just said that we
That
are
we are
poor.
poor.
Yeah, we're poor.
And
Suffering.
underdeveloped
how?
and we're suffering from
in
poverty.
No, not even underdeveloped, because for
Okay,
me,
we're suffering from
development is
poverty.
I mean,
finance.
I mean, look at
Like
just
money.
is Africa happy to you people? Look at Africa.
It depends on the
But
perspective
that has
they're
nothing
asking
to
that
do with
question from.
religion so much as it
No,
has
it
something
has.
to do with
You guys
colonialism
don't understand. No.
still having
You guys-
a
okay, maybe-
huge
maybe I'm
impact
all on
on
religion.
all on
Okay,
religion when
maybe I've not put this-
colonialism
I've not put this very well,
Colonialism
right?
affect
yes,
that riches
affect. There's so many
apart
other
from just
factors
There are many
God.
that
factors.
play into
Even
this.
physical factors.
Sounds
Yes,
succinct.
there's
Sounds
so- yes,
succinct.
there's so many
Okay, let
others.
me ask you a question, right? Like I said, I use the example
Even
of
the
men of
African
God.
people themselves.
Let's go in deep in this. I
Yes.
use the example of men of God, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I've never expected a man of God to come out and say, all these things that they come and give people money. I've never been a fan. What I think I'll be a fan of is a man of God comes out today and says, the people of Cameroon, the people of the southwest of Cameroon, God has seen your cry. Like how he saw the children of Egypt suffering now. And he said somebody to come and save them now. Why can't somebody wake up one day and say, the children of Boya in Cameroon, or the children of southwest, God has seen your cry. He has said your cry. And God has said, instead of doing what you're doing, invest in agriculture. There's a financial breakthrough in agriculture. There will be a prosperous breakthrough in agriculture, because once you start getting the money, the depression goes away. The infrastructures that you guys call development, it starts to come. This and that. The youths now, because you know what people are doing out because of poverty now. But if you go back to those times, people did not really. They want that everybody wants to kill everybody because of money. Right?
And you're blaming it on what?
I'm blaming it on colonialism and religion.
No, you
Mallick, I think
Yeah.
1 minute, please. I think there is a problem.
Okay.
Tell us.
You know, human beings actually they want to they
Yeah.
always try to like want to think like God. You are not God.
We're not God.
You will not
We're not close
expect
to him.
you
I was
will
reading
not
his image.
no
I
like
went to the
wait
Bible. I
wait
was
wait
reading
wait
his
wait
image. I
you
like
said
it.
you said
Yes, there's an-
You understand?
you said God sent somebody
Exactly.
to free
Yeah,
the
the children of Israel,
Israel from Egypt,
that
right?
he took them to actually.
Yes, but God works in mysterious ways.
Why is he in
His
Africa?
ways are not our ways.
No.
Exactly.
He's not
It's in Africa.
That's the blind
It is
belief that I
everywhere.
don't like about
Blind-
religion.
No, no,
no,
it's not
I'm
the
a
blind
strong,
belief.
I'm a strong, I'm
You will
a
not.
very,
Let-
It's
Okay.
like okay.
Let's-
Let's
That
let's
particular
let's
that
let's
statement.
let's say
let's do
that's
this.
the
statement.
worst thing.
Mallick,
Let's
wait,
say-
let's do this.
let-
You said
No,
you said you
Obed.
made a statement
Yeah.
about why has God like abandoned Africa?
Yes. We've been suffering since
You made
slavery.
that statement. Let me just ask you a quick question.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, you left your house this morning.
Yes.
You paid a taxi. You got here.
Yes.
Like, how did you do that? Did God did he carry you in a magical way? You did it, you worked for it, right?
Yes.
People in Africa they always blame God for things. You need to work for things. I remember 3 years back, China was not better than
Yes,
Cameroon.
so many
But what
years
did they
back.
do? They worked for it.
Yeah.
They worked for it, and today where is China today?
They're
China,
one of the
yes,
biggest world
Africans
powers.
always
And Nigeria was a little bit better, we worked
Africans
for
are
now.
let me tell you the truth
Yeah,
about
you can
it.
lie, you can lie.
Africans always look for something to blame.
No.
I'm serious.
So we play the victim
Yes,
a lot.
always. We should not blame. We should not
I'm
always
saying
blame.
blaming that superior.
Yes, you
Is
should
that what
not.
we're doing?
Nah,
You should work.
Listen to something.
Do you know why?
You can't get your own role for blame.
Do you know all these developed countries? Let me tell you something.
Yes.
All these developed countries,
Yes.
they don't. You will never see them taking much time in church. When there's mass, it's quick. It's 30 minutes.
Yes.
People always walk. Everybody's
Yes.
busy. But you see here, people go to church in the morning and
Afternoon, evening.
in the afternoon they're living in the night. What's
Excess, that's
That
excess.
means you go to church. Okay, how do you expect that man will fall from
Yeah,
heaven
manna
for
from
you to
heaven.
feed your family?
How
No,
does
you
it
need to work
affect
for
the-
it.
yeah.
No, but now
Africans always look for something.
But now you
like,
made some
really.
statements about God working in
Mysterious
mysterious ways.
ways.
And let me tell you that.
When he reaches
Let me
Africa-
state something. I will say this again. I am a very religious person, and it's by choice because I did my own. As you, I was
you
born
did, yes,
into
so-
Christianity or spirituality, I would say. But I grew up and I made the choice to be a Christian, to be very specific, on my own, right?
Adult.
Yes, as an adult, I did my research. But one thing that I have noticed is that what's killing us as Africans that are Christians, or what's killing Christian Africans as a whole, is that they go on blind belief instead of understanding. Understanding is higher than belief. So nobody strives for understanding because it's so much more difficult. How can you follow something that you don't understand? Belief doesn't have understanding in it.
Nice.
So you have
That's
to
a very
work and
nice.
go above. I hate that God works in mysterious ways. I want to
No,
know
no,
how.
no,
That
no,
is
no,
not-
no, no,
Can I find out something?
Please,
Can I
let
find
me
out
ask you. Let me
Yes.
ask you something here.
Yeah.
If somebody makes a statement that God works in mysterious ways, let me ask you. Let me ask you two
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then answer,
Yes. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Does God work in
Yes.
mysterious ways? Answer with a yes or no.
No, he doesn't.
Please, how does God work?
Because me,
Children
what
of
what
mysterious,
what I what I actually
always
do
use the
believe
children
is
of
what I
mysterious.
actually do believe is
By
that
the day,
there is
fire.
there is a part in the Bible that I take so seriously, and I've noticed
Yeah.
that us as Christians we ignore the most positive parts of the Bible, and we stay so much on the negative parts that we don't see the positivity, especially in the New Testament when Jesus came.
So how
So
does God work?
yeah, so there is a statement in the New Testament. I hope so. So sorry, I don't know these verses.
problem.
Yes, but it says God is of purer eyes than to behold evil. I tell Mccoy this all the
Yeah, you
time.
always tell
Yes, God is of purer eyes than to behold evil. Since all of us have decided to be choosing the passages that we are going to be living on, that's one of my own passages.
Okay.
You understand? So if God is of purer eyes to behold evil, we all know what evil is. Right? So if I see this thing, if I'm seeing this thing and I'm saying that this is evil, and I'm saying that God is of purer eyes than to behold that evil, I'm going to refuse that. If God is not seeing in me, I'm not seeing it.
So how does
And that
God
has
work?
worked for me.
So how does God work if He's not working?
So when we talk mysterious now, when we talk
ways?
mysterious now, when we talk about mysterious, what's mysterious? Mysterious is
Now give our own
mysterious is
understanding,
things
because she
that
said no, he doesn't.
mysterious. When we talk about mysterious, the word mysterious, what is mysterious? Mysterious means that something that is not usual, something that is out of the normal, something that's supernatural, right? That's not
Mysterious means
normal.
something that's beyond human
Yeah, that
understanding.
Exactly.
which is abnormal,
Yes.
which is
Okay.
not normal.
So-
Once it's
so
beyond
God works
human
how?
understanding, it's mysterious to us. Hold on, I'm still getting there. Once it's beyond the human
No
understanding,
human
it
understanding.
becomes mysterious, which always makes us feel like that's supernatural. And so to me, yes, and so to me, I feel like good is what is supremely natural. So when the good that God has already put starts happening, we start feeling like, oh my God, that is so, wow, that's so great.
Like you don't work
Meanwhile,
for it.
God, again, I'll go back to that, my verse, that me,
That's
I
similar
sit
to
on
what you were
his pure eyes and to behold evil, meaning that only
Same
good, he sees only good. And so if I'm seeing something bad, it means that God is not seeing this thing. Why am I suffering and dwelling on that thing that is bad? I will dwell on the good that I feel that God sees in that situation. That is the explanation.
Bro, please,
So I'm not
thank you very much.
understanding. Yeah.
I was just trying to clarify that point
Yeah,
of
yeah,
mysterious
no.
ways because from what I
So I think
understood,
God
right,
works in supremely natural ways,
that's
not
similar now to
mysterious
mysterious.
ways.
Let me not
You
tell
guys
you
are
why.
practically saying the same
See,
thing.
yes, please, that's what I wanted to just tell her.
Yes.
Not to cut you short, but please, I'll give you a chance
Yeah.
to talk. Look at, I'm sure, or I guess that someone else has said many same statement of God works in mysterious ways, and then God wants to explain something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why she definitely didn't see, because what I've explained now is definitely mysterious. It's a synonym, or let's say similar to mysterious, like, because definitely if I ask you the
Very
opposite,
natural.
does God works in ways that human beings, like in the natural human understanding ways? You tell me no. Good, so it's the opposite.
Yeah,
Even so,
yes.
it's just a change of words.
Yes.
And what you end up explaining, right? Trying to say that people should really put in like the physical work and all.
To get that
it's time
understanding.
with what he was also saying here. So praise, like, he really had a lot to say. Please,
Yeah,
Mallick,
please,
tell us.
please,
Tell us
Yeah,
what's
give
on your
us-
mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, you post mysterious ways, right?
Yes.
You made mention of the Western world.
Yes.
Why doesn't he work in mysterious ways in the Western world?
He works the same everywhere, I
Nah,
think,
bro.
according to you.
Nah, bro.
Yes.
Listen to something.
Yes.
600 years we've been suffering. 400 of those 600 years we've been trafficked. We've been trafficked. The remaining 200 years we've been under colonial rule. We're still under colonial rule. Forget this thing we're doing
No,
here.
that's a fact.
We're still under colonial
Serious
rule.
one. That's what
Look at
I'm
the
trying to
language,
say.
everything.
Now, language, the money and everything, the government is ruling everything and they're keeping everything for themselves. Now, when you don't have a job because the government is prioritizing everything and they made it one secular something, you understand? And you don't find yourself within, I think many of us are fortunate. But
Yeah,
you know that
a
are
lot
very
of us.
unfortunate people. And you don't find yourself within those people. What do? You go to the one person who you think will help you. Who is that? Jesus Christ, right?
Yes.
You go to
Go and
church.
read and cry.
And the Bible you made mention of the man of God and not questioning the man of God. So if you don't question the man of God and you don't have a job,
Yeah, that's another
but you
point.
have a good heart and you want to work hard and you want to make it in life. And the man of God comes and tells you, come to church on Monday, come to church on Tuesday, come to church on Wednesday, and you are going there with the purest of heart
And intentions.
and intentions. They're hoping that, and you still look for time to work your small market because you have these people, they always have their small market. Now, because you don't have to query the man of God because that's what the Bible says, you have to follow the man of God. You have to follow his preaching and his teachings and all the life. Where do you think?
Please clarify us that point.
No,
Because-
I'm not,
because I heard it too.
because
I want to understand
yeah,
what you
it's
meant by
like
that.
the
Is your
first
belief though?
wait. The first
Yeah.
thing I would like to tell Mallick is, if you don't have a job, what are the parameters to get a job?
It's to qualify.
You need to be qualified. Perhaps you need to have the certificates and all that. Okay.
But in the
You know,
Western
wait.
world, you don't
Let me
certificates,
let me
wait.
Let me-
Africans have had it in, like, Africans have a stereotyped mind. Like, growing up, I believe that most of our parents that have worked for the government have this ideology that their children, if you don't work for the government, you will not make
Yes.
Like my mom.
you not
Yes.
actually, it's like you're not
will
you're not
write you a letter.
successful.
Yeah.
explain that point.
If you're not working for it, it's a stereotyped African mindset of for parents that have worked for the government. But this thing has changed. It has to change. You will not blame your pastor or
doesn't
God because you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, create one.
Okay, so that's what you
understand? You create one.
It's what I've been trying to do.
Speaking from his point of view.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me say
I'm saying
this.
talk to the people who
are not like-
you have them. You see, you have gone to school. You've been educated.
We read
right?
his certificates here.
A lot.
You've been
Yes,
You've been
educated.
educated.
It's not small.
They are people. Now put yourself in the perspective of a woman who let's say she grew up in the suburb in the trenches of, I don't want to say anybody's place, but let's just use Munya.
Yes.
You grew up there all your life. You've had just one small plot. You cannot move to the big city. You don't know anybody. You don't know anything. You have to struggle to make ends meet. You have your kids, maybe your grandkids. You know how a typical village works, right?
Yes.
You're struggling. The government is not helping you.
Yes.
You understand? You're struggling to put food on the table. You are doing the what you can do. And next, what you have to do. All of us here believe we pray in what we want to do. Everybody prays. And you have to pray at home. But you keep praying, and what you instead do is the little you have to keep giving and giving, and you're making one person rich.
Okay, let me say something I see. There's a point that he made here, and I think I
This is
understood.
denial.
No, I understood where there's 2 points that Maika made here.
Yeah.
Maika made one point when he said that he believes they said don't question the man of God.
Yes.
No,
That, no,
I
yeah,
don't.
what
I
you said,
didn't
please
say.
help me.
I believe.
Clarify me just a
Like,
second.
don't question the man of God. No, I didn't say that.
What did you
Don't
say?
He was
question
stating-
God.
Okay, don't question God. Yeah,
God,
I think you said so,
not
but
the man
anyway,
of God.
this is
Maybe
what
we
you meant
took
to
The man
say.
of
Maybe
God
we
is
took it
just
wrongly.
the man
Yeah,
of
took
God
it
is.
wrongly.
It's a
It's like
subset of God.
no,
And
not
what
a
are you?
subset of God. You
I
don't
just want to
understand.
Man of God
understand.
is
Like, I will not say. Wait, let me
Okay.
paraphrase this
clarify
well.
that.
Yes,
Like
Please clarify that
the
statement.
man
Let's
of God
understand.
Yes.
represents like he's a representative of God. You
Yes.
understand?
Okay,
cool.
Because he has that knowledge.
So you meant don't
So
question God.
don't question God. You may
Okay.
question the man of God.
Okay, please.
If the man of God does
Please let me
something
continue
wrong,
what I was
you
saying.
question him because he's
Understandably.
human.
Please let me continue what I was saying. Thanks
Exactly.
for that clarification, brother.
Okay.
So he said, "Don't question God."
God, yeah.
Now I keep that aside, right? I
Yeah.
add to the second thing he said.
Yeah.
You told us that you have switched from Christianity.
Yeah.
Please, I want to just ask this to continue what I'm saying. So please just respond to that. Please, what do you switch to?
Africa. I'm an African.
Okay, you are a spiritual.
African
You are a
spirituality.
spiritual person.
Yeah.
All right. Good, I shocked. But
So,
anyway,
yeah,
please let me just
No,
continue.
she's
Please.
been. You've known this now. Like,
I
I've
bet
told
now
you
give me a
this
chance
before.
to continue so that I can not over gloss them. So now he made a second point which I also caught. He said that they have told us that we should not do what we see our leaders doing, our teachers doing, our
True.
parents doing.
Fact.
Like as we yet heard both of them saying they were all born in Christianity, but at some point they had to now question and then decide for themselves.
Yes.
Since you've been talking, I've noticed you have pointed out that you have criticized many things which you think is true.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to criticize us, but we've had people like Martin Luther King criticize.
Yeah.
All the points are valid.
Yeah.
And I guess it's some of these points that caused you to even
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah.
Now, do you get where that point now places a question to you as in if I ask you in the first place when you were a Christian,
Yeah.
I mean the basic Christian that you were born,
Yeah.
was it by choice or it was
Not
because
by
you were born?
choice, by
Okay,
influence.
now when you grew up,
Yeah.
was it because the values that you believe in as a Christian,
Yeah.
you no longer think it serves you, or is it because of the 1 or 2, 3 practices you saw for people who are Christians that don't sit well with you?
No.
What is that thing that
the
pushed?
first thing that started pushing was the fact that I hated to go to church every Sunday. I like being,
Why?
I like
Please
it.
explain that.
No, that was the
part.
thing. It never sat well with me.
Okay, you don't understand
Yeah,
why.
my parents were like, let's go to
Sunday.
church every Sunday, and let's go to church. And I'm like, what's this about? We'll go to church, they're singing, blah, blah, blah. I like the preachings. I like history. I like listening to stories. Oh, the Moses, oh, this and that. I'll listen. I liked listening, but I don't like going. It never sat well with me from a kid.
Okay.
So growing up, and one thing about me is, I'll tell you this, I'm very spiritual because I can call my mom now, ask her, if I dream today, if I sleep and dream, and that was long from the time I've left Christianity, because anytime I sleep and I like dream, and I tell my mom, in 2 days, anything I'm dreaming, there's something.
It has a significance.
Yes, they say, even I can just stand and see somebody that I've not seen, and I'm like,
Tells you
this
something.
is Golda. But it's not Golda. The person passed and doesn't even resemble Golda. But I'm like, this person looks like Golda. 2 minutes later, Golda has come here. She has been in an accident. She has like a few people's presence. Since I started accepting my African roots as a Northwesterner.
I have a
these are the
question. I have a
facts.
question for Malik.
Yes.
Malik,
Yeah.
do you have doubts in the African culture? That
No, I have no doubt.
you have no doubts.
No
right?
doubt, yeah.
Why is it that when it comes to God, you have doubts?
Yes,
God,
or Christianity.
Or Christianity.
Christianity.
Yes.
But
Why
it
I
is
have-
a trend. Wait.
Yeah.
You're an African man. You don't have doubts in something you don't know.
Yes.
You've never seen it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But why do you have doubts in God?
One.
Christianity.
One.
In Christianity.
The same thing
One.
that you have never
Yes.
seen.
The same thing I've
I'm
never
trying to
seen.
understand this too.
Yeah, we things this thing happen, right? You're sitting in your home, right? You're chilling in your house. And somebody comes and tells you the house that you've painted out of your liking. It's an example. Let me start off with that example. You've painted your house, you like it, your family likes it, you guys are just used to it. And somebody comes one day and tells you, yeah, color, this one now what color? You know, no color. Boy, the color, change the color, put na white. No put black again, put na white. Put na white. What will you do as a man at that time? Will you change it?
You could decide to change or not,
decide
depending
to
on how the
change.
person
If you
convinces him.
decide to change,
That is
it's
exactly.
your choice.
It,
Now,
it just
so
what
depends on
make you
how
to understand
convincing
is
it
that
is.
it was brought to me. It's not what I initially wanted.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Can I finish? You understand? And I will tell you people this that nobody has ever told you people this.
Thank you.
Christians don't want you to know the people are don't want you to know the first Christian was converted at the end of a week. No white man was able to convince a black man that he should turn into Christianity. He took our brothers there, beat the living hell out of them. They beat them well, taught them English, taught them how to translate the language, bring them back to Africa. I start telling them that this tradition is bad. This tradition is not good. That's why when you learn African history, the only thing they tell about Africans are bad. They came to stop the malpractices of the Africans, killing of twins, swaswood poisoning.
Hey, look at that. Is that's something I was about to touch because we were doing practices in
that is what I wanted to learn.
No problem. No problem.
Wait,
Can I finish?
I want him to defend how killing of twins is correct.
Killing of twins are all the night, right?
And
if you study,
those are African traditions.
Yeah,
that's not. Wait. That's not an African tradition.
Circumcising little girls.
Wait, hold on. There is a tribe. Is that like a book, like a Bible?
What actually the truth of the matter is, I learned that in Nigeria, it was this mother what that came and lied that they were killing twins in Nigeria.
What's a lie?
Yes.
How can we verify
no,
that?
Which tribe in
Cameroon?
I can believe.
So don't try to
this is the books.
Which books? Who wrote those books I gave you?
Why do you believe in
Who
one?
wrote the books I gave you?
Why does he believe in one book but you don't believe in another?
I don't believe in one
He has
book.
gone further to read
African
further history
spirituality.
books from other people. He
It's
has believed those people, but he has not believed in one that they sent to. They taught us in school.
I've listened.
You've chosen to believe. You've made a choice
Golda, this is
to
the
say
thing.
this one is saying the truth
Listen
more
to
than this
something,
one,
listen
but
to
you were
something.
not there when either of them.
Bro,
You're right to
when
go.
the age of social
All
media,
the
right?
things happening.
When the age of social media, right?
Yeah.
You can talk with Nigerians who grew up in tribes, right?
Exactly.
When you talk with those Nigerians, I can remember sparking this online on Twitter when they were talking about the whole issue, and I was like, well, we killed twins. And that's when they came down. Nigerians were like, this is not actually what.
All those who came could be lying.
Maybe
So I have one
Nigeria.
question for
No,
you.
they can
I have one question for you.
Okay, now no problem. No problem. Now tell me any tribe in Cameroon you know that has killed
I have a
twins.
question
or
that
they
can
still
settle it
practice it.
I don't
easily.
think I've heard that they
Okay.
in Cameroon.
Tell me
a tribe you know. Okay, tell me a tribe in Africa you know that practices that.
That is a culture that was abolished.
Where?
Thanks to
Okay,
Christianity.
no, but let's
It
come
is
back to
thanks
this.
to
Okay,
Christianity
let's
that
come back to
those
You know about the swaswood poison, right? You know about the swaswood poison, right? When was the swaswood poison
We
practiced?
don't know about what is the stress.
I don't know.
Swaswood
Everything you're saying has
Please,
no
I
backing.
The swaswood poison.
When I say has no backing,
It has no backing.
Please,
Why is
let me
that?
clarify.
Why is that when Africans tell their history, right? It has no backing or
No,
no back. But when the Europeans tell us our history, suddenly it has
you haven't
backing.
understood what I mean by has no
No,
backing.
I've never
let me
seen
ask
a
you question,
situation
please.
where we just take what the Europeans tell us and say that's what
You've
it is.
never
Brother,
seen.
please let me ask him this
Okay.
question. We can just let you to go on and on,
Yeah.
giving your point of views.
Yeah.
But now, when I'm talking about, like, it will make it easier. For example, if a Christian sits here, as Golda said, that the Bible said this, and that. As a Christian, we can go to the Bible and look at that thing. You now, who is now, let's say a rep of African
Yes.
spirituality.
Yes.
Where did you learn it, or where is something like a Bible that we can have as a reference, or is it just based on your idea and another Nigerian?
It's not my.
On Twitter
and
that
say
told you
that-
that.
No,
No, they did not teach
Calm
me
down.
so.
That's no problem.
My great grandmother was there.
That's
told
goes
me.
back. It
Where's
goes
the backing?
goes back to the point I made. When a European comes with a book and give you, you believe. Were you there when Jesus did all those miracles?
No.
Was your forefather there? Was
I don't
any
know.
African representative there when Jesus was doing any of the miracles?
I don't know.
There was no African representative, right?
Okay.
There was none. So how are you sure the Bible is true?
See,
Hey.
Mallick, see, every okay. You reach
Is it
language,
in correlation?
I'm sorry now.
English.
Good.
Let him talk.
It shows
From
it
where?
shows colonialism from Britain. It's part of what I'm saying. Bro, let's listen to
I don't
something.
understand you have not answered that question.
That's why
That's why I
thank
because
back
solve
to you.
everything because
That's why.
so many things while we are. I'm
Yes.
seeing one person arguing, second person.
That's why I turn back
I
to
don't
you.
understand where he learned.
Listen.
Is it just his meditation?
Yes.
Bro, it's not based on my meditation. It's not. No, I don't need the spiritual.
Yes.
That's
Where did you get
that's
this
the problem I have all of you.
African
Listen.
spirituality from?
Now,
What's question?
that's what I'm saying. You see,
I want to
me,
hear
me, like I said, at the time I said, yeah.
I'm asking to learn. Oh.
Yes, that's what I said.
Challenge.
No, it's not about challenge. I'm explaining something.
Thank you.
There's a time I said, yeah, I like to learn. I like
of us, yeah.
history. I like to learn. You get? I like to follow pages that if you take my Twitter, you always look at just information and information.
Those things were
and
written by
information.
people.
Yes.
I can also say the Bible was written by people, but you want to come
No,
and
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I just want him to know everything he knows. He learned it from somewhere. That is just it.
No problem. I need it on my TikTok.
What you just know.
He learned it from
You
somewhere.
go on and I watch videos of people who are from that tribe.
Who learned it from somebody?
Yes, that's what I learned about majority of their cultures and everything.
He learned it from
The people of the tribe. Yes, the people of the tribe, the history of the tribe.
What they are saying is not also
Yes,
heard it. Like we heard
it's
from the
not.
Bible.
Okay,
It's
no
not
problem.
factual.
No problem. No
It's
problem.
not
Right?
factual.
You said
Wait,
It's not. Yes.
Golda, what tribe are you? What tribe are you of? Can I use an example? What tribe are you of? What tribe are you of?
I'm from Com.
You're from Com. What is your traditional meal?
Fufu and kati
It's a
kati.
lie. Who told you your traditional meal is fufu and kati kati?
No, he's giving an example.
Who told you your meal is fufu and kati kati?
Mother, I think.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, yeah, I'm holding
Hold
on.
on. No, I'm not stamming. They did, when I was growing, they did not come and tell me that. But it was just, I don't
told
think
you?
somebody sat me down and was telling me that this is our traditional meal.
From what I've asked Golda, I'm
Yeah.
answering the question. You said, why should I believe what the people from that tribe said?
That's not what I said.
Okay, Cameroon
Yes.
alone has how many tribes? It's
300 and
small
something,
country.
or 500 and something.
You understand? Do you think one person spearheaded all of those tribes?
Tell us how to learn African
That's what I'm
spirituality.
saying.
It will help.
It's simple as this. I can meet
How
somebody
can
like
Golda let it on?
okay, like Golda, you said you're from Mccoy, right?
Com. I'm
From
from
Com. She's from Com, right? And I go and I meet a bunch of people from Com, and I'm like,
Yeah.
please, can you show me an elder of Com? Or are you a young sibling who talk about your village? And this is what I think we've lost as Africans. The proudness of where we're from. Because if you look at Nigerians and other people from other countries, right? If you look at it, they talk about their history. I mean, when these Nigerian guys are explaining the wall of Benin, the wall of Benin was bigger than the wall of China, but Britain broke it down to the point where other Africans don't think about the wall of Benin.
But that history can coexist with Christian. For example, she's a Christian and she still knows where she's from.
Good.
As an African.
That's-
But you are standing like it's two different
No,
things. And then
it's too different.
and we have asked, please, how can we learn about this African culture? Where?
You
Where
said
we
I've
get
lost-
these videos?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
we want to learn like
He is
him.
counteracting
I've
himself.
lost it. Yes.
How? Wait,
have
because
lost it.
Okay, let's,
you don't believe.
Maika,
Colonize,
you don't
his answer was that colonialism
You don't believe
has
in Christianity.
colonized
yes.
and colored.
He changed from being a Christian
Yes.
to an Africanist.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
That's a fact.
he did not do what? He did not believe in
The book.
In the book.
Christianity anymore.
Anymore.
Yes.
But now he says he is an Africanist because he learned from other people, from other countries,
How
other
can
tribes.
learn from the book of the Bible?
Listen to something. Listen
It's the same like learning from the
Yes,
Bible.
it's the same like learning from the
Human
Bible.
beings
Can
that wrote
I
it.
explain you something?
No,
Can I explain you something? Can I explain you
Differentiate
something?
it.
Differentiate those two in
Who-
John.
who would you believe, right? My sister comes here and tells me that.
Okay, he said we're not there when he wrote the Bible.
That listen
point.
something. My sister comes and tells me that
We're not there, but he was not there when all
I
these
know that
African
those things.
the
It's not what you're
Let
saying.
him
traditional
finish. Let him finish.
African
What did I
cultures.
come and tell you?
if my sister comes and tell me that they have a deity in their village, right? That doesn't allow, let's say, pregnant women go to the stream from this time to this time.
Yeah.
You understand? We've seen it and we've had histories and stories of it, right? Okay. And somebody comes and tells me about something that happened in the Middle East. Somebody comes and tells me about something that happened in Jerusalem. The savior of the world came and remained in Jerusalem, and African tradition and African gods were practicing in Africa till date. You understand? We still see African spirituality where you don't need to even argue. You don't even need to argue these things. Even if I don't have the direct source of all of the tribes, you understand? But just for the fact that I've seen my tribe, I've seen my village, Uncle Mundo, late Uncle Mundo, may so rest in peace. When you don't go embalm me, he dance on top of Malay, that Oroko people Malay, Baron people Malay, he enters a lake Baron with bread, he comes back, the bread is dry. That's African spirituality. And if another African tells me that we have something of that sort, not the same, who am I more liable to believe?
Can this coexist with Christianity? Can somebody practice and still be a Christian?
I don't think so, because
Why
you're fooling
not?
yourself.
Yes, the aspects of African tradition
Okay.
that can coexist.
I think so.
The Bible refuses that.
Which
the
is-
Bible
which-
refuses
now.
Which are those aspects?
The
please?
Bible refuses.
The thing is that
Yes.
we Africans, we think that the African culture is all about, let's say, witchcraft.
No.
No, wait, let me come.
Man,
Let me
please,
come, man.
let's just let
me
him
come.
make his point to the end.
That is
We're
what
not getting
most
his point.
people
If
think.
we're asking him, no,
You understand?
this and
You
that.
s- okay, the Mallick dance and somebody entering inside water with bread and coming out with it dry. What's that?
Magic.
It's magic. In Africa, we call that witchcraft.
Magic.
That is witchcraft.
No, that's not witchcraft.
In my village, there are these jujus that women don't see. You understand?
I've heard about
And if you are not, let's say, initiated, in that particular juju, you cannot be allowed to see it. Let's say you cannot be allowed to see it.
Yeah.
Then okay, you already know this, but it cannot stop you from going to your village, being a Christian. But just respect the laws.
When you're in Roman
When you're in the village,
that's a life
when
problem.
that kind of thing is passing, you're a Christian, you don't
Because you're
believe in it, but don't disobey it. Avoid
So you can
it.
respect
Like you understand.
spontaneously.
That's how they can.
Okay, now but what we understood was that can you practice being a Christian while practice the
No, you cannot
Africanism
practice.
way?
I was
that
like,
was what I got.
okay,
so
that was
that's why I
the-
said
okay, no,
no.
no. I
And
thought
when
the
you said
question was
yes,
like, can
I was
it cohabit together?
So now from what you're saying that so yes, you can be a Christian, but you can respect.
You can respect. The
I think
African
respect
culture.
is a little bit
He
of
who is in me is greater than who is in the world. Why should you fear?
No,
why should you fear?
We'll look at that juju.
No, you have to respect the traditional.
That was saying respect
That-
is some sort of practicing. If you think about it clearly.
Yes.
When they tell you that that juju,
No,
a Christian
respect
should
is not
say,
practicing.
I'm going to a
Not
Christian, you
practicing.
should not
Respect-
wrong.
Yeah,
wait,
not
As a
wrong.
Christian,
wait,
that's
what
what
you
you
do.
do. Follow Christianity, right? You will not move.
If I
Respect
yeah.
is not practicing.
It's a little bit of
No,
practice. Let me
because
tell you why.
if you
Or
go-
it's a little bit of going against you're a Christian. Like they tell you that leave this don't that man-made God don't respect. They tell you as a Christian, but you go to your village and you start respecting it. It's a little mix. You're started respecting another religion's own doctrine.
Yes.
No, you respect
Respect is
their-
a little bit of-
you res-
Yes, you're
you-
giving
you don't
it
practice
power by
you are not giving
following
it
its
power.
rules.
You just respect
are.
it. That means you don't
are.
you avoid
You
it.
are.
You understand?
No,
You're
I feel
avoiding
like
it.
you are.
It's like you're an African man. You cannot
Avoid.
go to the front
Avoid.
palace.
When they say bow, you are bowing. That's not avoiding
No,
that.
to-
You have to
Yeah.
bow, right? If you're a Christian.
So if you look away,
to
what
the phone.
what you're
image.
saying, what you're saying,
You should avoid them going
if
to the
you
palace.
look away, if you're like, if they said, okay, don't look at this juju. If you look at this juju, this is what will happen to you, and you're a strong Christian. So if you look away
That's
from me, I
respecting
feel
them.
like you're bowing.
You're practicing.
No, avoid it.
So that's
If they
under
say
God.
no, let me give
You're
you a better
respecting
example.
it. You're
Avoid that.
respecting
No,
his
you are
rules.
avoiding
You're
that.
Let me
following
give you a
it.
better
It's
example.
not avoiding,
If you're in
you're
a village
respecting
and they
it.
say bow to your traditional ruler, will you bow?
Will you bow? Because
When
that
they
is the
do
rule.
bow.
No,
You see it
if
now,
you
you
meet
bow.
your traditional area, you have to greet him.
Yeah, but
How do you greet him? You have to bow.
No, I mean,
it means you respect.
You don't talk say all man bend
That's
down
practicing.
for cry die them. You respect everything that is going on there now.
Yes.
I'm not meaning that it must enter and lick some oil, but that things that when they say bow, if it's just physical, you do it now.
I think you just have to respect.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
you are
if
African
it's something
man,
that you
you
don't
have to-
believe in,
Okay,
I
now
don't see
let me
respect
ask
as
Mallick.
practice, actually.
Mallick,
Yes, sir.
do you think that
You bowing is respecting and
let's say you are
practicing.
in because let's stop dwelling on one specific
Yes.
aspect
let's
of
go
our
to-
general boundaries.
Yeah.
We're really trying to
No problem. Let's switch.
Finally, you have not been able to tell us how we can learn how to become.
No, okay,
Africanist.
now. Okay, let me just cut this short.
Yes,
If
conclude
you
it.
want to be an Africanist, right? And this is me.
What's the first
this
step?
is me. There is no step. People are so used to order, and you must do this.
Okay, so it's a self journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What
I
happened to
understand.
what my elder brother? Right? He studied in India, and he said they go on temples. You just see somebody just wake up a day. He has made in his mind that he's going on a journey to the temple of riches.
Yes,
You go and you
by
meditate
yourself.
there. Yes, by yourself. It starts with you. Nobody has to come and be as spiritual this way as spiritual that.
Ah, this is nice. Now we understand.
Now, what you have to do is what I did was I sat down. Like how you people pray to God, but I prayed to my forefathers. I held soil.
Straight up to the
I
superior
prayed-
being.
I held soil in my hand. I am an African. Not African.
That's
The
allowed.
black soil. I held soil in my hand and I told my forefathers, I shall no longer worship a man-made God. I don't know anything about them, but they should not have the purest of heart. I will forever pray to them. I don't know if like they need because the word.
So you harness the power directly.
I harness
You
it
have
directly.
no
Please,
preacher, no
what
ruler
about
that
fathers?
I
teaches
don't
you.
need a preacher.
Our
Thank you,
forefathers.
thank
And this is
you.
Our
why,
forefathers
and this
are
is why,
man-made gods.
and this is why, now, hold on a bit.
Our forefathers are man-made gods.
It's funny, you're
I
a
don't know
Cali
who
guy.
our forefathers
You're a Cali
are.
guy.
Yeah.
If our forefathers are a man-made God,
Because you said our own
Why?
God is a man-made
No
God. Pray
problem.
to a man-made God.
why do you people have a statue of a nigger on a cross?
Not everybody is a Kali.
Now I'm talking to the people in Cali. He said our forefathers are man-made God, right?
Yeah,
And yet
ask him,
all
ask
of
him,
their
ask him,
churches
please, ask
have
him.
a
Direct that
picture.
question to
They have
him.
they have Holy Mary. They don't just pray to Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners.
That's it. Yeah, we have been questioning
They have a very
African
big
religions.
cross.
This
They
is
have
the
a
time
very
now we are
big cross
questioning
of a man,
Christianity.
And they write
Yes.
the cross of India.
Yes.
How is somebody who died on
Please,
Indian
Maika,
cross
answer us.
supposed to have him Molikobuya?
We have questioned his religion a lot. We want to question to understand
That's
it,
the
not to
spiritual
challenge
part of
it.
it.
Yes, normally.
Yes, to understand.
Those are forefathers. forefathers.
Ask
Are
the
you seeing
question.
where
I don't
they-
know.
You don't
Can
see Jesus.
No.
It's the same thing. So
The
me and you
same
are
thing.
talking
I've
about the
never
same
seen
thing
your
now. So all of
forefathers.
us are blind. What you're
never seen your
basically, if
forefathers.
you're calling
Do you
me
know-
a blind believer,
Let him
then you are
answer
a
you
blind
now.
believer.
Malik,
Yes,
make it answer
Sit down.
you.
Go there.
This
I'm not distracting nothing.
I'm begging you guys. Let Maika answer. Let's be structural.
What was your question?
Let Maika answer.
My question
Ask him
is, you
again.
said
It's about the
our
religion.
forefathers God, right? A man-made God.
Exactly.
No problem, right? But you are a Catholic Christian, right? And in every St. Wamba's parish here has a picture of.
I like how you call the names.
Yeah, he has a picture of a
A
person on a cross. It's there. You guys have a cross place. Everybody have a saint. People pray to.
Yeah.
And only that you guys always
Let me
have.
have
You guys
a
always
space
keep Holy Mary close because you also have a special prayer for Holy Mary. But what I know about the Bible is the Bible.
We
says-
don't pray to Holy Mary. Let me
Let him answer.
reiterate
I
this.
understood you, Papa. I beg. Make
Many
him answer.
people like the misquote Catholics a lot.
Okay.
You understand?
Please clarify.
This is an
that.
example.
See,
You have a mother, you have your mom,
Yeah,
right?
my mom, she's alive.
Okay. If, let's say, I need a favor from you, the easiest way to get to you is through your mom. That means I can
Yes, I'll
ask
accept.
your mom to intercede for me.
There's things I can say no to.
God
My
is
mom
not
calls me and tells me.
You
I'll
understand?
just do
You that is what the
you can
Catholics
manage
do. That means you pray to God.
Leave me alone, don't
You
bother.
pray to God.
When it's done, you enter.
You pray to God, and you ask Mary, his mother, to intercede for you. That
Okay, that's the
that is
understanding.
the understanding. That those are Catholics.
They believe that
You don't
the mother
pray
of Jesus has an influence
on
I don't
good.
feel like a
And
material
that
situation
makes sense
should
to me.
be
I've never heard
is
this.
the
No,
Catholic
it, for me,
doctrine.
it doesn't
Give a
make,
point of
it
view.
That is
does
a
not make
Catholic
sense because I
doctrine.
don't
You
believe
don't
that
pray
a
to Mary.
material
And
situation
so
should
his other
reflect what we
question,
call a
wait, to his
spiritual
other
situation.
question, he said,
When you're done,
I'm
then
just
I'll-
giving,
Makes sense.
I'm just giving few examples.
It's
You
the point
talked
of view.
about having a statue and all
Yeah.
that. I believe in our homes we have pictures of like frames, our frames,
Yeah, our pictures.
right? Why do we have it?
We valorize ourselves. That's why.
To always remind us of that moment.
It's for beauty sometimes.
For beauty sometimes. Good. The
Memories.
Catholics, let me tell you, the Catholics use the statue. We don't venerate the statue. We use
don't
that
worship
statue.
it.
We don't worship it. We
Okay.
use it as a way to always remind ourselves when we see it, to remind ourselves that, hey, this is somebody who died for us.
Yeah, and
It is
that
like it is like a sense of remembrance.
Then you bow to
memory.
it.
No, it
As
is
a memorial.
As
Okay.
a
Enter
you
the Catholic
understand?
church and you
That
bow
is-
to the statue like this. Is it not worshiping?
no,
It's just like
it is
I
a
feel
way
like
of
God.
how
Some
can I
people have
say
their
it?
pictures in the house that they pass and kiss every day.
You understand? You just look at it.
Don't
Okay,
add meaning to it. Let's add meaning to
African.
that
He said
kissing.
he's an Africanist, right?
Yes.
In the West region.
He said
In
Catholic
the
is
West
talking
region,
about what he
there was a
believes in,
culture in the
yeah.
West region where when somebody dies, after good, I know
lies,
I don't
call
call.
names.
Call them.
You understand?
They will find you,
They used
Is it
to
only
they
that
used to do what? They used to after you die, when you're, let's say, the elderly person in the family and all, when you die, they'll do what? After some years, they take your skull and they hang it in the house. Why do they do that?
It's normal.
To remind themselves that
it
no,
goes
wait,
deeper than
wait.
that. You know,
Let
it
me
goes
tell you,
deeper than that. You know it goes
it
deeper
is
than that.
the first reason is to remind themselves that no, this is the skull of somebody who was a great person in our
So
family.
you are saying
That is
Christians copy
exactly.
from man-made God worshippers?
No, we don't copy. How can I say this?
All right, please let us go to another
Let's
segment,
go.
right?
Okay.
I'm happy. Like, let me even give a little summary. We have definitely. I think from this, a lot of people have. I'm
Have a
happy
conclusion.
that our guests, they are having
They are
different
both
perspectives.
spiritual. You
Yes.
guys are both
I've
I've
spiritual.
understood
but
this person
different,
is spiritual, African.
he's spiritual,
How-
but in
how
a
do I term
different,
it, bro?
different
African word.
subset.
He's an
I don't
Africanist.
want you to tell me as anything.
African words.
I'm Mallick. I'm
Okay,
just
you are
Mallick.
you are spiritual.
Yes, I'm
From the
spiritual.
African
Mallick is
perspective.
spiritual.
I'm African. I'm an African.
You're an African, you're spiritual.
Thank you.
He's African,
And
he's
he's Christian.
He's Christian,
Yes.
and he respects the African tradition.
Exactly.
So now, when it comes to, I want us to, we have actually had a long talk on this. There were many things in between, but I want us to now get their various perspectives about a very pertinent issue:
Okay.
life and death.
Okay.
I would not really want us to be arguing what other people think. We want to learn how a person like you sees it, how a person like you sees it, and
Because
maybe
you're
each other. So
spiritualist,
who do we
he's
start with?
spiritualist, but Christian.
I think we
You
can
are-
start with you, Mallick. Yes, life and death. Please give us a little bit of insight on that.
Life and death. Simple. Everybody has their own way when it comes to life and death. We all live, we all die. You understand?
After death.
After death.
Is there life after death?
Is there life after death? I believe so. There's life after death. There's
Where?
reincarnation. You see, very easy.
So you come here and this is your second time in life.
Very simple.
This is the number how many
I don't
times?
need to go far. I don't need to go far.
This is
I
the
don't-
first time you're
I don't
coming?
need to know if I'm coming about the same mentality, but the Bangi people is very, very.
No, I mean, you know, we're asking about your
Okay, the
belief.
first time I'm coming.
Is it the first time you're coming
This
or is it the
flesh-
second
This
life?
flesh might be the first time it's coming.
Okay, so you don't know.
But this spirit is definitely not the first time coming. You've had deja vu before, right?
I'm asking you know.
I know.
Yeah.
You lived a day 2 times before 2 of us.
Yes,
I've never.
I have
You've had the experience,
many
right?
times.
You've had the experience, right?
I've had deja vu, but I don't
No,
know
I've
that
had
it means
deja vu
living a
many
day.
times, step
I think-
by
But I
step.
don't know that it means living a day. Wait, how
on the camera.
Step by
do you tell me?
step,
How do you
I've-
tell me living a
Deja
day?
vu.
No, you said
lived it
living a
twice or an action twice.
Yes,
I just have
I've had
points in my
it.
life where
And
I
the funniest part is every time I've lived the action, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that I took this option,
Mhm.
and especially if the option I took was not a good one.
Mhm.
If I was like, you know, I pass the go then I see my mouth, you know, but if I'm good, say no, today I'll take a different route. But the exact scenario.
Me, my own, I'm already there doing the action.
You just can't strong.
I understand we're talking about deja vu, right?
Yes.
But there's people that explain that as our, like from a scientific point of view, that's how you perceive it, but that's your mind playing with you.
It is the
telling
mind.
that this
But
has
he does
happened
not
before.
believe that it's his
No,
mind
that is
playing with
not-
him. He's believing
this
that
is not to cherish belief.
that
No, this is to tell that
that's
deja
the proof
vu,
of
right?
reincarnation.
Deja
That's
vu
his
has
belief.
various explanations, so it's
Now,
his
Good.
belief.
That this is
That's
his
the
belief.
belief,
That's
yes,
his
that's
the
reincarnation.
thing.
Yes, that's his
That's
proof.
the thing, right?
Yes.
I'm just giving limits
No
to that,
Yes.
That's
to
what
that proof.
Everything,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Everything has a scientific explanation. If you take a scientist, like I use the example of the packet pan Malay and the plateau of plantain. If you take a scientist to that place and you give him 10 years, I swear you come out with an explanation that will contradict that. It's not spirituality. If you take him there, they'll tell you something. Scientists the work of a scientist is not to tell you the truth, it's to give you a story that you believe in.
Factual story.
Not fact.
No, science is based on facts.
Science
Science
is
is
all
1 plus
about
1 equal
facts.
2.
Science
They
is-
don't give
It's
you
not
a
based
conclusion
on
if they've not done if they've not
They
done
give you
an
facts.
experiment.
It's
The
research.
facts come out after an experiment
It is
is
research, my
successfully
brother.
done. They don't talk on hypothesis or metaphorical situations.
Let Brother Maika give us his own.
Yeah.
Brother Maika,
That's why we go
please
to
give
the
us
lab
your
and done
own-
sulfur and done this and
No,
done
personally.
it does this.
That's mixing
And you
things
start
with
saying that
components.
no, that's a metaphorical representation of what I'm trying to say. It's not directly. It's a correlation. It's a correlation
No, but
that
you're thinking of-
reflections.
okay.
You're not understanding. I'm saying that now. If we take the basis of science,
Yes.
the normal science that we do in school,
Yes.
we apply here is the same science. Once you say science, that's what it is in every situation that you apply it to.
Okay, no
It
problem.
is
It's not a personal
it is facts that
opinion.
is proven. They
So
are
if a
proven
scientist-
facts.
if a scientist-
Science is proven facts.
proven.
Wait, no
It's not a
problem.
personal
It's-
opinion.
No problem. If a scientist now is able to prove why the Bakri people can plantain in 2 minutes,
Yeah.
it's no longer spirituality, science.
No, spirituality has it can be in so many
It's
things
just
now.
a simple question.
It can be in so
No,
many
because you
things
say
now.
science is facts. Science is just when the scientist says this, science says
No,
this.
we did not say he said. We said he has done the experiment,
No, science,
and this is his
scientists now,
conclusion.
They don't
just
base their
say
knowledge
stuff.
on yes.
And yes, they
like
do the research.
Then they are fact. It's factual.
You're seeing it there. That's what I'm saying.
No
Now
problem.
you are
No
in school.
problem.
You
That's why I
have to
say
be
a lot of go and look at the things a lot of scientists have failed to prove when it comes to human being and
They will
spirituality.
say
That's
that
why we're not
Exactly,
yeah,
they
that's
fail.
it, I'm
they
failed
will
to prove.
admit that
They'll
one that
admit that
they
we
don't
are failed
understand
to
what's
prove this.
happening.
Yes.
Because the
They'll
science
leave it, but there
people
are
they
things
fail
that anything
to
that is
recreate.
they say this is scientifically
human.
proven fact.
That's
It
it.
comes
The
from an
person who
experiment
said
that has been
it's covered
explained.
The cause of injury was later on proven to be wrong. Scientists lie. Human
We are going
No
very
problem.
further
No
into
problem.
science.
Keep on.
Let's
Let's have
later on
Brother
proving
Maika
it.
give his own.
Brother Maika, tell us
know
first.
this.
Okay, one
People should
sentence.
know this and know one thing.
Yes.
People should not base their beliefs on man and everything.
Yeah.
You understand? Human beings like you are human being like me.
You're right. We should seek
I can use
the spiritual
my
understanding.
position of power to come and tell you that the reason this jar is like this is because it goes through and this experiment and that. In hindsight, it's not really like that. But because you believe that you have a degree and this, everything you say is okay. I had
No, it
this-
means science.
No,
right?
he would tell
By
you that
science.
this jar was made up of glass.
That's the
and
thing.
it was
That's
made up
you.
of glass because that's the fact. He would not say this glass was
You
made
don't
up
get my
of
point.
yes,
You don't
yes.
get my point. This is simply my point. People use their position of power. We've seen it in history. People use their position of power to make other people feel inferior and make themselves look better than other people. There are many things that scientists, we don't have time on the show. There are many things scientists have come. I am ready to argue that one. I'll bring facts. There are many
Please, let's not argue on
No,
science.
that's
When
not
it's
what-
done talking about science,
that's
you
what
should
I'm
dive
saying.
to your answer about life and
Exactly.
death as a Christian.
As a Christian.
There are many things
Yes.
so far scientists have come out to say and change. It's even like today with the whole LGBT people At first, scientists were saying it's a mental illness. All of a sudden, scientists are saying, no, you're born with it. It's natural. Who are we to
They learn every day now and change.
affiliation.
Anyway, so you have really
Don't
concluded.
Let our Christian brother tell us what he believes about
Jesus
life
Christ.
after death.
What was the question actually?
Life
I
after
said that
death.
coming from the Christian, you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
Christian perspective, right?
Exactly.
What because life and death, for example, we're just questioning, do you believe in life after death? And then please give us some insights on it. Based on how that
Based
explain your belief.
Based on my
Yes.
Catholic
So
doctrine,
we can understand and learn.
I believe in life after death, but not the same way as Mallick, like
Okay.
coming back in the physical. No, there is life after death where you leave the flesh,
This realm.
and move to a spiritual world.
Spiritual.
Yes, you understand. I believe in life after death because there are several moments when I've been in a situation where I face difficulties, and I think about, like, I just talk to I just talk to people that live before in my family, like that they should intercede for me, like they should just bring out a solution or something.
Which more prayer or just
Like
meditation?
like prayer, like meditation. How can I say it? Meditation?
Spiritual.
And and things like suddenly start changing. You understand? That means after this life, I believe that there's another life which is spiritual and not physical.
Okay, so it's just a feeling you have.
It's a feeling.
Apart from what the Bible says.
And it is a belief with my doctrine.
As a Christian.
As a Christian,
in the Bible.
which is in the Bible. Yes, there is life after death.
Okay.
Whereby when you die, the Bible says there is heaven and there's hell.
Okay, thank you very much. I've just realized, like, as you guys can see, this particular episode, I mean, we have a lot. I think we'll have episode spiritual boundaries number 2, part 2, because I mean, we have a lot to talk about this, and thank you guys very much. Thank you very much for your points of view, and I'm very happy that it's points of views that differ, like different perspectives. And trust me, nobody is wrong here. It's just that when one person gives his point of view, if it's different from the way you think, you would have the right to question it.
Yeah.
So we have literally learned here, and I don't know, Golda,
No, like I'll just
any last words so that maybe
Yeah.
you can ask them or whatever.
No. Basically, I think that you've asked everything and they've answered using their own views, their personal opinions, and their personal beliefs, their personal proofs to talk about what they think it is and what motivates them to choose the spirituality they both choose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's just for our viewers now to look at both of them and analyze. Not that you have to choose from
Yes.
theirs, because there are also other types of spirituality that you can. I
It's
just
just
hope
two.
that I just hope that at this episode would inspire somebody to do further research on other religions or other spiritual modes or whatever to compare and choose which one is the best for you, right? And there's some people who don't even want to hear about spirituality at all. That one is still okay. We are free. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. That's the conclusion. And with that, we're going to come to the end of this show. And again, I would just want to thank our viewers, and I'll continue to urge each and every one of you to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, especially. And see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Pastor Mccoy, kill it.
Aleko, as we are eating,
Enjoy your meal.
everybody should enjoy.
Sorry,
their meal.
yo. This I don't need. I eat with my hand.
Yeah, the real African
You
man.
eat fufu
Even rice.
with your hand.
In fact, I forgot to cap, but I want to taste this. No comment.
But, so let's all share our popular opinion. Mallick, give just one. Think very well.
Cameroonian artists will not go far because they are very lazy, they are very egoistic, they are very delusional, and we feed into that delusion.
Is that popular one? Popular. I'm sorry.
Popular.
Alright.
So popular.
You feel it's popular?
Yeah, he just feels it's popular.
Okay.
Short and Cameroonian artist. I'm a Cameroonian artist though. After this, we will then meet outside.
Maika, give us yours.
I think I would support Mallick on his point, but
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, I would blame Cameroonians because Cameroonians actually do more of criticizing the artist. Like they don't appreciate the work done by this artist. You know, being an artist is not an easy job. Many people don't know that it's so much work. You know, you need to appreciate the hard work that these guys try to do. But most of the times we criticize even without even like consuming the product. You hear that an artist like I heard someone say like since Daphne is about like she's planning on releasing a new like do a comeback and stuff. I heard someone say that like she made a wrong choice, like doing it with Tenny or something, and you don't even know that. Yeah, you understand. So Cameroonians actually learn to appreciate their own and support their own. So it goes like more for Cameroonians, like they should just support. It's not always about criticizing, but also supporting. It gives like encouragement.
Last time it was supposed to see they say wrong choice of collabo. Mallick looks like Diddy. It's an unpopular opinion. Like Diddy, and it's reminding me of so many things that I don't know. It's an unpopular opinion. It's not my opinion.
How about you talk about record labels in Cameroon?
I said talk for me. No one talk about talk.
Now I'll give you an unpopular opinion.
Okay, record labels in Cameroon. People are thinking that when the sponsor comes and signs an artist, the sponsor is doing help for the artist. Funny, unpopular opinion says that what both ways when they help each other. Yes.
And also to that point, I think artists, like upcoming artists, they should learn to always have lawyers. When you want to sign it, you always have lawyers like to read the contract, because you know most of the times you don't even, the artist gets excited and he just signs anything. Like they just tell you for the rest of your life, this guy is going to have 50% on all your deals, and since you're broke, you just sign it without even any knowledge in that.
Record labels always go for people who are not like smart.
People who are not woke.
If you go, no matter how.
No, you can be smart.
Most of the musicians in the world are not smart, because most of them always end up in college. Wizkid is not smart.
Goldilocks.
Yes.
If you look at it now, you see people like Lil Wayne, they all have problems with their contract.
They are not smart too.
It's not a matter of they're not smart. You look at where they come
They use
from.
the wrong word. It's not really about smart. It's about
from the ghetto. They
knowledge.
come from poverty.
I'm coming off of what people are
They
saying.
come from poverty. They come from seeing a lot. So if you bring like $1 million in front of that type of a person, you get what I'm saying? Like unlike
It's
somebody
going
like
to shine.
somebody like me, I grew up in a, let's say, a good home.
So what do we call that?
So like I'm not pressurized. I did not really see poverty at its state. So if you bring $1 million in front of me, I'll not be in a haste to sign. I'll run it back with my parents
Go up
or run
and
it
down.
back with people. Like, let's look at this thing first. But you, somebody knows like $1 million I have to. Hey bro, I'm coming have a change. It's the food guy. Just you don't even.
That's right. I mean, the food is so nice that like I'm focused on my food. I'm not even really getting over somebody. Everything I say is right. Very right. Go on.
And actually, we should commend the chef because this man is really
Chef
Chef Ellis.
Eli.
I normally don't like
Well, Chef Ellis.
Chef Ellis. Chef Ellis.
It's something I'll do.
Alright.
It's something I'll do again. I think whoever the chef is, he is very good.
She reminds you of home. Of
Well, not really. My mom just has a way of handling.
Everybody's mom, yeah.
Okay, so it was not taking you back to your mom's own. Your mom surpasses this.
This is
This is great.
I don't eat
It's
the
very
outside of the
nice.
house. But for me,
Thank you for eating
for me to
here.
just what taste.
And then finish it before everybody.
Yeah, before bro, why are you trying to be like
You say,
that?
no, I don't
No,
tell you I
I
really
don't-
own, but you finish in 1
I'm
second.
supporting your
But it's
point.
nice. Because it's nice. Normally, I just need to have one bite and I leave it better. I have what I want.
You never realize when you don't. You never even know time when you chop.
You had
You don't have more than one hand.
That's so bad. People's learning.
Papa.
And also, I think we should learn to appreciate without reason. Like, just appreciate something without necessarily, without necessarily saying like, okay, this song is nice, but
Yes.
You understand? It's always good to just
People always do that
the
thing.
food is nice.
I am your fan,
And just live
but
there.
when
You
it's
understand? Yes,
I love you, but
yeah,
That's
the problem.
The thing is, when
Yes.
this is one thing. This is one thing about people you fail to understand. This is one thing about people you fail to understand.
Mhm.
Even also, I just in a little TikTok realm, you understand. We always get this. Bro, you're my favorite TikToker. Bro, why you don't need? One thing
I hate that line.
Jealousy.
Now, one thing about me is when you come and tell me, bet, I don't know.
How am I your favorite?
Nah, I don't even care. You
Then,
understand?
but I
Just the
have
fact
a
that you watch my video, you like, you share, it's good for me. I don't care. I'm still going to do what I want to do. You understand? I'm still going to, that's one thing. I think one thing about artistry is that they want this so-called unconditional love, right? But again, they are so entitled to a lot of things that you are supposed to have over time. In life, right, bro? I'll take you back to the Bible. I'll let you use the Bible. You guys are Christians. Hold on.
That's why I kill chop
Nah,
fast.
you guys are Christians, you understand? I'll take you back to the
I'm
topic.
not
we
a
had.
Christian. Please.
Even Jesus Christ, who came to save the world, people said he was a liar. Stay on your lane. Do what you do. Look for the people who genuinely have genuine followers. Like whenever I'm live, that there will be. Whenever I post my videos, that the first post.
But there's no greatness without pain.
Yes, that's
The
the
matter of time,
thing. So
saying
you
all due
understand,
respect, I'll
right?
be like, no, keep all the respect.
Bro, all due
Go here.
respect.
Don't continue. Yes.
So I am your
whenever
fan bird.
somebody
I am
says
your
with all
fan
due
bird.
respect, what comes after is
I am your
disrespect.
fan bird. Now some way we put a height for
After
caution.
that, the unpopular opinion after that is that you see that bird, it stands for jealousy.
So I love when you say sometimes we should just appreciate.
Just
The
appreciate.
person will improve. Just appreciate the person will improve. Why are you trying to point out?
They're going to make the mistake, see
But you
themselves
must
and
not
grow.
listen to everybody.
That's a
You
nice
must
point.
listen, bro. Have confidence. in
As you were
yourself.
talking, I was focusing on my food. Though. I was just
That's
saying,
something. Have faith in yourself. If somebody
I wasn't
comes and tells you,
listening.
if 10 people come and tell you they are not pretty, sorry, will you believe they are not pretty?
That not pretty.
Yeah,
Ah,
definitely.
why
never,
not?
should
With
not
mirror.
ever even think, start to think about
Mirror
whether
in my house. I don't even first care.
everybody is done.
Okay, with that, I think
I bet my push with
Any
anything the
show
show.
for us.
I don't want to be the host.
Yes.
I think that should be the end of the show.
Yes.
Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV.